All right, yo. I'm going to do that Donardo thing that he does. Welcome to the Postgame show. I am joined tonight by my guy, Cody, throwing it back.
Long lost guy.
Long lost, my man. Throwing it back. How you doing tonight, Cody?
What was that?
How you doing tonight?
Just losing money, Just like the old days.
Sounds about right.
How about you?
I'm alive.
That's all you can ask for.
This is your debut of the North Shore 9 postgame show.
It is.
How great does it feel that you get to do it with me?
You know what? Not only do I get to do it with you, Tyler, it's an honor, but I get to do it when the Pirates actually win a game.
They did. They did win a game tonight. And did you watch the game? Let's just
I was doing a couple things. I had the game on the big TV.
All right.
And then I had the Yankee game on the iPad. And then I was playing the show on my Switch.
All right, fair enough.
There's a lot going on. I think I got the highlights. I think I was paying attention to the important parts. But I was really sweating out a bing bong parlay that just didn't hit.
Yeah. Well, regardless, Pirates won 5-3. First time in a long time.
Yeah.
Got a dub. Where do we start with this one?
You want to start with the good or the bad?
Let's start at the beginning. Bryse Wilson.
Yeah.
Little more than 5 innings. I think at 5 1/3 is where he ended up. 5 2/3 maybe. Give up 3 runs in the 6th inning. 3 solo shots. What'd you think of Bryse Wilson's start?
It's not great. It's not. It's what we're going to get at this point until next season, or until Roundsy comes back, or until we decide to play some people that deserve to play. I'm just happy it was only 3 runs. Let's say that. Let's put a positive spin on that.
Yeah.
Only 3 runs.
I was very vocal about one thing about this Bryse Wilson start. Brian Reynolds gets hit. Brian Hayes gets hit. This dude's got to go out there and drill.
And there was no retaliation.
He has absolute. I know there's a lot of people that don't think eye for an eye is a thing. I know that's a new thing in baseball where people don't agree with me. I don't care. I'm old school in that manner. You hit the 2 best players on this team. You wear one, the first batter that comes up. I do not care if it's accidental. You wear a pitch. I'm not saying to hurt the guy. Just drill him in the back, and then we're even. Call it a day. And I had people coming, and I'm not coming at me, but I had people responding to me when I said that, well, he's fighting for a spot, this and that. Bryse Wilson's going to walk 12 guys tonight anyhow. Who cares? You want to know how you gain a roster spot? You drill that dude.
Yeah.
That's how you gain the respect.
Yeah, I was very surprised when he didn't hit somebody, and I could feel the anger in your tweets, and I was right there with you. It's like, what are we doing? I get it. This team's not going to do anything for the rest of the season. There weren't many, or if any, we had 1 or 2 trades at the deadline that we were involved in. 1. Yeah.
2-ish.
2-ish.
I don't know if we consider a second one trade, but whatever.
I get it. Nothing's happening, but you're still in that clubhouse. You're still with those guys. You have to defend your guys. And maybe I'm just an old man yelling at the kids on the lawn, but it just isn't come on. You got to do something. and he really should have hit the first guy, and that's that. That's you telling the other guys, like, you can't do that. You just hit the guy we just signed for 8 more years. You hit the other guy that we want to extend. So it's like, I just don't get it. You got to show that you want to protect the future.
Yeah. It's barbaric.
You want to go that deep with it.
Like, I understand. It's barbaric. It's stupid. I understand everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's baseball. It's what you do.
Exactly.
And as long as we're alive, it's going to be the rules of baseball. You hit back-to-back players. The 2 best players on this team, you're going to wear one.
Yeah.
I think it's as simple as that. We can argue about safety and this and that. I don't care. You hit our 2 best players. You wear one back. I don't think it's that complicated.
No, you hit Josh Van Meter and like Bly Madris.
No,
I don't really care.
Thank you. You gave them a base.
Yeah, I don't care. They got on.
They're
base.
not getting on. Gladly hit them.
Yeah, but yeah, the 2 best players and Hayes. I missed it the first time around, but I saw the replay of his reaction, and I was like, wow, like he's animated. He did not like that. Hit him right in the fat, in the back of the arm.
But aside from that, I mean, Bryse Wilson, I mean, I guess he looked fine-ish for what you can expect for a Bryse Wilson start. He was fine. I don't really know there's much to really talk about there. He's a human being that throws pitches for the Pittsburgh Pirates. It's kind of where I'm at with him. He does nothing impressive. None of his off speed's that great. He's just a human. And right now, with the Quintana trade, he's a guy that you kind of hope that can just eat some innings. So, bravo, I guess, Bryse Wilson.
You survived.
Yeah. You made it one of these games and didn't die. To me, he's just a guy.
Yeah, I agree. I don't feel like he could go down to AAA, AA tomorrow, and I'd be like, okay.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Whatever.
Bryse Wilson gives up 3 home runs. Derek Shelton, we can talk about it if you want to. If not, I don't. It is what it is. Pulled him after the 3rd home run.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, and I was watching the Yankee game, right? Tyon gave up 4 runs, but it's like the difference is Tyon has the Yankees behind him. Bryse Wilson has 2 or 3 good bats behind him. Like, he's not going to stay in there and try to work out of this and hope that the offense scores. Like, once he gave up two home runs, it's like you got to put somebody up in the pen.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. At this point, the Pirates are just trying to eat as many innings as they can. At some point, though, you have to try to win baseball games.
Exactly.
So I don't love leaving Bryse Wilson out there as long as they did.
No.
But they go to Colin Holderman.
Yeah, Holderman with nice kicks.
Did not pitch well, though.
No. Had some snazzy shoes, though.
I'm glad you care about his shoes. I mean, Holderman, the return of the Vogelbacher back.
Bogey.
I still don't know how to pronounce that. Vogie trade. Didn't look great. Listen, for anybody that's gonna come at me about this, I pick and choose who I like. The difference between myself and your favorite radio host is 1, I'm not famous. And 2, I'm going to tell you, I pick and choose who I like. I kind of like Holderman. So I'm going to give him a little leeway here.
Okay.
He didn't have it tonight. I mean, the cutter slider was all over the place, no
Yeah.
command.
Yeah.
He looked bad. He yanked everything. It looked like he was very amped up. Obviously, first start. Good. First appearance.
Was this the first time he was in the majors this year too? Because he was in
No,
AAA with the
no.
Mets
So he pitched for the Mets. Pitched very well for the Mets.
early in the season.
No, throughout the year.
I thought I saw somewhere he got recalled from
He's been up and down.
Yeah, so it's
But he's pitched very well for the Mets. Not a great appearance tonight. Really yanked a lot of pitches tonight. Wasn't able to locate inside. Really just did not make the slider cutter combination work well. I'm not going to get down on him yet. Give me a few weeks and then maybe I'll hate him. But for right now, I do like the guy. I think there's a little bit there. Stuff moves. We're Pirates fans. We're dealing with what we got.
you're not wrong.
That's all we can do, man. And then Ben Wales comes in. I pitch fine, whatever. I'm going to be honest. The rest of the bullpen, I don't care about.
Yeah.
There's like 5 guys in this bullpen I care about.
Now, I do want to ask you about the choice to go with Crow instead of Bednar. You think it was just a day off for Bednar? That's kind of what it looked like to me. Like he looked like
I would assume so.
not going in.
Yeah, I would assume so.
Yeah, they showed him in the pen. He looked really relaxed. He didn't care. Like it was whatever.
Yeah. I would think it would be a day off. Obviously, he's thrown so much this year.
Yeah.
Which has been just ridiculous. So you'd assume it's a day off. I mean, I'd like to see a few more of those, but I'm fine with giving him a day off there. 2-run lead. It's not. They've obviously given up on the year. So if you want to give them a night off and lose a game, whatever.
Now, I was impressed. I jumped ahead a little bit. I was impressed. What was it, the 8th inning when they had the bases loaded? And who was that? De Los Santos? Is that his name?
Yeah.
I was impressed. I was fully expecting all of those runners to score. Not going to lie to you. And whenever he struck him out at the end there, I was impressed. I was like, all right.
I mean, yeah, so De Los Santos is one of the bright spots of this team right now. He's another young arm in the bullpen that I prefer. He's another guy that I think you can gather without giving up pieces, which goes back into our earlier show. But they are starting to build a capable bullpen, so hats off, I guess. Yay, team. But he strikes out 2. Will Crow comes in, strikes out 3. One of the better bullpen performances we've seen in probably a little while.
It was unexpected. I'll say that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, probably actually with not having Bednar available, I think you probably could consider that unexpected.
Yeah.
Because they did shut it down. I mean, somehow. You know what? Let's just get back to the reason this team won the game. Oneil freaking Cruz.
Yeah.
Can we talk about that swing, man?
Dude, I was just like, I'm sitting here, I'm looking at the swing, I'm watching it on Twitter, and I'm like, this guy is like the cool kid in a freaking Disney movie that just does everything like so smooth and nonchalant. Like he's just, that ball's half a foot out of the zone. He just smacks it.
404.
Puts nothing into it. Yeah, it was crazy. What was it? I think I saw it was like 106 off the bat or something.
I think it was 104.
Something like that.
It was a half swing. Again.
Yeah, it's a half swing. It's going over 100 miles per hour. That's crazy.
And full disclosure here, Oneil Cruz had some very bad at bats today.
Yeah, that's why I didn't even expect it.
I think his first 2 at bats, he saw 11 pitches and did not swing at a single one of them. He had some bad at bats today, but you see that swing and you see that power, and you know why everyone is so excited about him.
Yeah. I mean, how old is he?
He's 23, I believe. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, he's like a Gen Zer, right?
Closing on 24.
Yeah, so like he's kind of like, yeah, he's like me. He's a little younger than me. So like he's this Gen Z. It's like I'm just, yeah, cool. I play baseball for a living. It's whatever. And he just does that. That's who he is.
Cody, he's a freaking alien.
Yeah, he's like, yeah. He's like, it's whatever. And to us, we're like, this is insane.
Yeah, like a student, it's a process, and you got to temper your expectations because we see what he can do.
Yeah.
We see the guy take a half swing and hit the ball to the batter's eye. But then we just see him not swing at a pitch in his first 2 plate appearances.
Or he's swinging at things that are down and in the dirt.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely going to be a process with him.
And like, don't get me wrong, Corbin Burns, obviously Cy Young winner.
Absolutely.
He was making everybody swing at everything in the dirt tonight.
Well, Cruz just didn't swing at anything.
Yeah, and I think that's the difference, is that everybody else is like, oh shit, I'm gonna try fishing for this. And Cruz is like, why would I do that?
So,
which is annoying because you want him to swing.
So we have conversations about it where we do definitely think that Cruz needs to certainly be more aggressive in his at-bats. Right now, it looks like he's being a little bit too patient, trying to draw a walk and trying to get into a better count.
And I mean, who knows if he listens to the media, but when he first came up, everybody's like, why is he swinging at everything? I have been drinking water all night, sir. I am sober as a nun.
But back to Cruz. Like I said, he does work himself into some bad counts. He's not as aggressive as I think we'd like to see him be. But man, do you just see what can be done with that bat?
And I think it's his first like big stint in the big leagues. I think he's just kind of going with the flow here, you know? Because like I was trying to say before,
piss off Jim.
Like I was trying to say before Jim called us out. Like, but when he first came up, people were like, "Oh, he's swinging everything out of the zone. Like he's not patient enough." And like you're saying now, he's too patient. So I think he's just trying to figure it out.
Yeah. So this
is to the time for him to do it.
Yes, he's working. I mean, we've talked about this since he's come up. Essentially, he works himself into bad counts, trying to be patient.
Yeah.
You know, I look at him like a Starling Marte that I think the Pirates tried to make him patient at one point, and then they just let him go. Starling Marte was never going to be a dude that went up there and took pitches. That's just not him.
No.
And I think the same way of Oneil Cruz, where he's a guy that if he sees something he can hit, just let him go. Just try to keep the cage around him, but don't cage him in, if that makes sense.
But I mean,
leave that door unlocked.
The ball that he hit tonight is proof of that. Like a quote unquote smart at bat would have been to let that ball go.
Oh, absolutely. There's no reason he should have swung at that pitch.
Exactly. So that's the point you're making, is that you need to let him swing.
Yeah, and he does have a tendency to take a lot of pitches that probably he'd be able to drive, but I think this will come with time. I'd rather him be this way than just swinging at absolute everything.
Yeah.
So if the process is going to go the way it is, I will take it the way it's going. But I mean, you just see everything that he can do. It's hard not to love him.
Exactly.
Cody, you have any thoughts on that trade deadline today?
Like in general,
Oh yeah, just hit me with it.
I have a question. What's it? Why is everybody upset with Eric Hosmer? I know specifically Luke Voigt. Why is Luke Voigt upset?
From what I've gathered, essentially Eric Hosmer declined to go to the Nationals.
I knew
which
that.
in turn made Luke Voigt go to the Nationals. He does not want to go to the Nationals.
I didn't know Luke Voigt went to the Nationals. That's hilarious.
Yes, he was part of that trade.
Oh, well, that's terrible.
Yeah, it's tough.
Poor Luke Voigt. I saw a good meme about it though. I don't know if somebody sent it to the group chat or not, but it was just like somebody yelling at somebody, and it was like the background was the locker room.
Jim Rosati, friend of the show. So, question: is the Soto trade the biggest trade of all time?
Probably. They're talking about so here's a little side note that's still related. Listening to the broadcasters for the Yankees game, they were talking so much more about like what's going on around the league compared to the Pirate game. They were talking about almost every single trade that happened today.
You just said the Yankees game and the Pirates game.
Yeah, but with the Pirates game, it's like, you think people are going to be entertained by them talking about something that happened in the 90s or the 70s? It's like, we know the stories. Shut up. Tell us what's going on around the league.
I'm just trying to think of bigger trades. I don't.
Yeah, I can't.
Off the top of my head,
off the top of my head, I can't think of much.
It's tough. I mean, I don't think we've ever seen a 23-year-old with the capability of Juan Soto get traded in the pedigree.
And
so that being said, probably.
And I was listening to the game, the Yankee game. They said that the Padres have 2.5 years of him. Like, that's what's left on his contract. So you basically have 3 seasons to win a pennant.
Yeah.
Until you have to pay this guy more.
Yeah.
And it's like,
or trade him.
Or trade him again. Yeah. It's insane.
Yeah.
That's why, that factor is why I think it's the biggest trade of all time. Because they have 3 seasons with this guy, 2.5 seasons, whatever, to figure out Jose Tabata for Marte and Nady.
It's some very big disrespect for, what was his name? Ross Ohlendorf.
Yeah.
I believe Jeff Karstens was in that trade as well.
Oh, was he? I have a signed hat, has Karstens, has Lyle Overbay, has some of the most random Pirates of all time on it. Just took me back to that moment. Daniel McCutcheon's on there.
Anthony says, what about 3-team Manny? The Dodgers, Beta Boston, Andy LaRoche. I'm going to be honest. I thought about that.
I forgot. I didn't know who was involved in the trade, but that's a big
one. I did think about that just because of the names that went. And at that point, Andy LaRoche was a big-time prospect. I think, who else is in that deal? Oh, God, the reliever. Can't think of his name off the top of my head. Anyhow, Andrew LaRoche was in that trade. Anywho.
I just think the haul that they had to give up, the Padres had to give up to get him, is what makes it so big.
But Andy LaRoche at that time was ranked ahead of Clayton Kershaw.
Yeah. So that's pretty big.
The fact that he sucked sucks.
Yeah. Preaching to the choir.
Yeah. Well, Cody, 25 minutes. That means I've done about an hour and 30 minutes today. We're doing anything else here?
Hey, probably NS9 bets will probably come back when football starts.
God, I can't wait. I can't wait till football.
You see my text earlier? I was like, I might have to stop betting until football starts.
I don't blame you. Brian Morris, I forgot about him.
He was in that trade?
Yeah, I forgot all about him. At any rate. When you coming back, Cody?
What do you mean coming back? To this?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Trying to take a lot of overtime because, like, I'm a broke boy.
Makes sense about a house.
But they haven't gotten back to me, so for now, my Mondays and Tuesdays are free.
All right, makes sense.
So whenever you'll have me.
Brandon Moss was the other Bryse. Craig Hansen.
Brandon Moss, that's another forgotten pirate.
Yeah, he turned out really good with the athletics, but whatever.
Yeah.
All right, let's wrap this thing up because nobody really cares if the Pirates won 5-3.
No, but they did. So we have to
They
talk
did.
about it.
And we did. Good enough.
Perfect.
All right. We're out of here. Probably be back tomorrow and Thursday and Friday and Saturday and Sunday. Love my life.
See ya.
All right. Peace out, Girl Scouts.